Right now, about 6.9 million Bitcoin sit in addresses that have already revealed their public keys. On the day a big enough quantum computer shows up, those coins don't get hacked, they just get taken. 2026 is the year Bitcoin stopped treating this as science fiction. A quantum-resistant address type was merged into official proposals, and a plan was drafted that could eventually freeze vulnerable coins, including Satoshis. The real danger isn't just the quantum machine, it's the migration and the fight over whose coins get frozen. I'm Tom. I've been building Bitcoin infrastructure since 2013, and today I run OwnBit. Quantum risk isn't a thought experiment, it's on my roadmap. This is Tom Talks Blockchain. Let's get into it. There are two quantum algorithms that matter. Grover's algorithm speeds up brute force searches. Against SHA-256, it cuts security in half, but mining and hashes remain fundamentally safe. Shor's algorithm is the real problem. It solves the math behind Bitcoin signatures, the elliptic-curve discrete logarithm. If a quantum computer has your public key, it can calculate your private key. Shor collapses the difficulty from millions of years to a few hours. Interestingly, Bitcoin's 256-bit ECC falls before 2048-bit RSA. While Bitcoin addresses are quantum-safe hashes, public keys leak during spending or by design. Satoshi's Genesis coins and our newest Taproot format both expose public keys on-chain. Keep that in mind, everything else builds on it. Let's sort Bitcoin outputs into two buckets. Bucket 1, exposed. This includes Satoshi-era P2PK, reused addresses, and unspent Taproot outputs, totaling about 6.9 million BTC. Bucket 2, still protected. This includes fresh legacy / SegWit and unspent multisig, where keys hide behind a hash. Meanwhile, on Ethereum and Solana, almost every active account is exposed by design. Bitcoin's hash shield is the best default protection out there, but only if your keys have never touched the chain. So when? The world record is 96 logical qubits, but breaking Bitcoin needs 2,000 to 3,000. We are years away, but cost estimates are collapsing. Researchers recently pushed estimates for breaking ECC below 500,000 physical qubits. NIST finalized post-quantum standards in 2024 and plans to phase out ECC by 2030. Since Bitcoin consensus changes take 5+ years, the work had to start now. This is an engineering race, not just a physics debate. Is AI speeding this up? Yes, by helping with error correction, calibration, and finding better qubit materials. AI doesn't change the physics, but it squeezes the engineering timeline at the edges. Project 11 is even offering prizes for using frontier AI in quantum codebreaking. When your safety margin is measured in years, shaving off time matters. For single-sig wallets, don't reuse addresses and know that unspent Taproot is exposed. For multisig, address rotation is even more critical because the first spend reveals all cosigner keys. Treat your wallet config like a password. The good news? Multisig quorums are built-in migration machines. Once consensus rules go live, disciplined multisig users will be the fastest to rotate to quantum-resistant types. At OwnBit, this is already on our roadmap. What's the fix? NIST standardized ML-DSA lattice-based and SLH-DSA hash-based. The problem is size. A Schnorr signature is 64 bytes, ML-DSA is about 2.4 kilobytes, 40 times bigger, SLH-DSA is 120 times bigger. On a chain where block space is the most expensive real estate on Earth, this isn't just a technical detail, it affects fees and throughput. ML-DSA will likely be the workhorse, with SLH-DSA for long-term cold storage. Where do the bytes go? Addresses stay small, but spending gets heavy. Revealing a public key and signature adds about 3.7 kilobytes per input. A simple payment would grow over 7 times in weight. This drops Bitcoin's throughput from 5 TPS to roughly 0.5 TPS. If we don't change the rules, a block goes from 3,000 transactions down to just 300. This drags the block size war right back into the room. If we hold today's throughput, the chain pays. Blocks would hit 30 megabytes, and the blockchain would grow by 1.5 terabytes a year. In a decade, you'd need a 17 terabyte drive for a full node. Storage is cheap, but sync time and bandwidth are not. Node count is Bitcoin's security model. If nodes centralize, we lose the network's honesty. We have three levers. Lever 1, raise the weight limit, the blunt fix. Lever 2, raise the witness discount. This is BIP360's plan, but it risks abuse for storage like inscriptions. Lever 3, make signatures smaller through research like SHRINCS or Stark proofs. It's the best outcome, but years away. We'll likely see a modest discount increase restricted to post-quantum data. Let's group the paths. Direction A, raise capacity. I believe this must happen. Direction B, accept lower TPS and move volume to layer 2. Direction C, build better signatures, the best but most uncertain path. Direction D, lean on Lightning. But Lightning isn't a magic bullet. It's currently too small and built for standing channels, not the one-off payments that dominate the network. BIP360 defines the new P2MR address, BC1Z. Then comes the hard part, BIP361. It proposes a sunset where the network stops accepting old deposits and eventually freezes legacy outputs. This means Bitcoin deliberately freezing coins, possibly including Satoshis. Critics call it confiscation, authors call it protecting the network from theft. This will be Bitcoin's nastiest governance fight ever. Look at the neighbors. Ethereum has account abstraction for easier signature swaps. Solana has opt-in hash-based vaults. Tron is pursuing protocol-level protection. The pattern is clear. The easier a chain is to govern, the easier its quantum story. Bitcoin's greatest strength, its resistance to change, is its liability here. My takes. 1. The threat is real and closing in. 2. Plans aren't mature yet. Wallets and exchanges have a massive task ahead. 3. All options damage Bitcoin's elegance. 4. However, it likely lands softly through engineering ingenuity. 5. Surviving this makes Bitcoin the ultimate digital gold. Replacing the cryptography of the entire chain through open argument would be the strongest proof of survival ever. If we run out of time, you can act today. Don't reuse addresses, avoid Taproot for cold storage, and sweep reused addresses. These buy you time, but the protocol must ship the final exit. Self-rescue moves you to the front of the queue, but it doesn't get you out the door. I'll leave you with this. If Phase B freezes Satoshi's coins to protect yours, is that Bitcoin keeping its promise or breaking it? I'm Tom. See you in the next one.